We are here with Brittany Melbourne, the 2024 Women's Skeet Commonwealth Champion. Brittany, congratulations on your win today. Let's talk through your qualification. You finished qualification with a score of 109 out of 125, going into the final in bib number 4. How did you feel you performed during qualification?
So the first day was pretty good. The first round there was a lot of nerves. My leg was shaking, my hand was shaking, everything was shaking. And then the next 2 rounds went fairly well. Unfortunately, the 4th and 5th rounds the next day, there was lots going on in my head, not necessarily related to shooting or knowing that I was in the lead, but just random things that happened in Brittany Melbourne's head.
And how do you then reset? So going from your qualification, you have a short break and then you're going straight into a final. How do you manage to tackle those thoughts that are going through your mind?
I went back to the car and I watched a whole bunch of aviation videos because I like to fly a lot, so I watched aviation videos and just watching YouTube and hanging out with my dog Soup.
Yeah, excellent. Just changing literally the frame of mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Into the final, you finished after the 60 targets equal with New Zealand's Chloe Tipple, and then entered a shoot-off where you were successful. 3 targets out of 4 to Chloe's 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
The final is one thing, but going then into that next edition, the shoot-off, to determine the gold and silver medalists. Talk us through that.
I think I'm at a bit of an advantage going into that shoot-off because Chloe had to go first because of bib number. So when she went first and I saw that she'd missed the 2 targets in the second pair, I knew that I only had to hit, 3 or more, and I hadn't been missing that pair all that often that final. So I was feeling pretty confident, and Chloe and I had been sharing jokes all through the final anyway, so we're both just pretty happy to be there.
So this weekend is part of the domestic component of the Paris 2024 Olympic nomination process. Commonwealth title was the first event out of 4. You started shooting skeet, women's skeet, in the ISSF discipline in 2019. You were part of the Tokyo process in early 2020, but being new to the discipline, you've sort of come in now full steam ahead
Yes.
for this cycle. Can you talk us through the difference between Brittany Melbourne back in 2019 and now Brittany Melbourne in 2024 with, I guess, you have Paris in sight and you're going to give it your best to work through the process?
Yeah, so the 2020 Tokyo selection, I was mostly there for the experience. I did end up getting quite close to nomination, but not quite close enough. And I was still fresh. I was hitting some good scores, but at the same time, they weren't hitting targets in the right spot to ensure consistency. And the different frame of mind on how to hit the targets. I was still more of a sporting shooter back then, whereas now I'm actually starting to feel like a skeet shooter. So coming into this one, the scores weren't the greatest scores I've ever shot, but Brisbane is a difficult gun club, and I feel like I can really do more in the next 2 domestic events.
Excellent. Well, congratulations again, Brittany. Looking forward to following your journey over the next couple of months.
Thank you, Jane.